What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Bittersweet Podcast. It's your girl, Wintana.
And I'm Rahel.
What's up, sis?
You know, life is good. I'm loving holding the mic.
Oh, yeah. Because you always have this issue of like not liking this.
Yeah, so that's good. But I don't know, there's just not that much to report. What about you?
Yeah. Chill. Actually, it was just a really chill week.
Yeah.
This morning, I like had a really cute morning to myself. I woke up, did the whole like gym thing.
Oh, nice.
And I haven't done that in so long, but actually it feels, I get it when people say like you feel better when you move. And then that's it. Because what do you mean? Yeah, like I literally could go a whole like 2 weeks without thinking about that.
Yeah.
And then, but you feel like, I feel like an old lady, and
I
it's
know.
just getting to the point where your body just can't bounce back.
I know.
You're hitting mid-20s and it's like, it's not the same.
Yeah, straight up.
It's not the same, and I don't like that.
I feel you. You know, they say like anything that is draining, like the thought of it, if it's draining, it's like usually good for you. So,
Really?
like, yeah.
Like what?
Like the idea of going to the gym, like mentally you'll be like seeps, can't be bothered. But once you do it, you're just
feel
like,
good
yeah.
about it.
Or like eating healthy, or, you know, just doing anything good for yourself. Reading. Yeah.
No, I get that.
Whereas the things that are bad for you are usually the things that make you, like there's no stress before doing it because there's no effort.
There's
so
nothing.
yeah,
That's really true. I was looking up like bad habits yesterday, like just on YouTube. Oh no, I was looking up energy drainers just in general. Like what are the things that drain your energy, you know?
yeah,
Because I've been feeling so just drained.
yeah,
And I'm like, okay, what am I doing that's making me feel like this, right? So it's like your everyday routine. What does it look like? Rah, rah, rah.
yeah.
And that's hard to actually get into the rhythm of like, oh, let me write or let me walk every morning. Or let me do, like, so I'm just trying to break habits like getting up and checking my phone and doing those things. But then I was looking up like from energy drainers, I bounced to bad habits. And one of them was like overthinking and doing. And so the reason why I'm like always listening to people say like it has to be like a mindset switch whenever you have negative thoughts, like turn them off, all that kind of stuff, right? So it's like, okay, yeah, all good and well, we know that. But I didn't know this, and I was like, okay, sometimes when you put science to something, it makes you feel like, okay, this makes more sense.
Yeah.
So basically they were talking about like when you overthink so much, your body goes into stress mode.
Yeah.
And when your body goes into stress mode, it releases like chemicals called cortisol or something like that into your body or whatever.
Yeah.
And that chemical then leads you to feeling like fatigued and overworked, exhausted and burned out.
Damn.
So when you actually physically stop overthinking and doing those things, it has like obviously the positive effect is that your body's not releasing these chemicals that's making you feel like this.
Yeah.
So then I guess like bring it back to the gym and doing stuff, distracting yourself and doing other things besides like being lazy at home actually has like a positive effect on you because you're not just sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah, and sitting around doing nothing is super stressful. So you can be relaxing, but then still feeling like stressed out of your mind, sitting there doing nothing because your mental is just like completely, in stress mode.
Yeah.
It's like that productivity anxiety stuff.
But
like
if you've done everything you need to do and you chill, that's fine. I feel
that's
like
fine.
I feel good like when I'm just like, okay, I've done a good day's worth of like work, or I've exercised.
That's why I low key like, I remember because I only work 4 days a week. And you were like, oh, like what's better, having Monday off or would you prefer to have Friday off? And I was like, oh, Monday, because it's like nice when it's Sunday and you're like, oh, I don't have to go back, but everyone else does. But now every Monday I'm chilling, but I'm like, oh, it's stressful.
Why?
Because it's the start of the week and there's so much I have to that I should do that I haven't done. Like
but
it stresses me out.
You kind of have like this, you have a different head start to the week
No.
that everybody else doesn't have. Because if we're starting work on Monday, nobody's preparing on Sunday. People are finishing off their weekends. But you have a slow start to your week.
Yeah, but I don't prepare on Monday.
Then you don't have to prepare.
I don't
it's
ease
just more
in.
about the mental preparation. It's like wake up, know what everyone's at work, so no one's gonna bother you. You just get up and you go for like your whatever you do. Like it really doesn't matter. It's just like an extra day, an extra weekend.
Nah, I don't. I'm seriously thinking about switching it because every Monday, I mean, I'm still chilling. Like it doesn't change what I do, but mentally, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can hear the emails coming in like doodling.
Oh my god.
Doodling. And then like I start thinking about the podcast, like, oh, we're dropping tomorrow. Like there's just stuff.
There's stuff I know
that's on my mind. But by Friday, it's always chill. Like Friday is just a chill day. You've done everything basically for the week. Like you're just ready to relax. And usually at work, my favorite day at work is Friday because I've done everything.
Yeah.
Like I've been productive for at least 3 days. So yeah. Anyway, we definitely like reared off topic.
Yeah, literally.
Shall we get back into
let's
it?
Let's get into the
into this week's episode.
So the first topic that we want to discuss is the whole, I guess, commotion around this whole soft life era. If you guys don't know about it, everybody's living their soft life. If you go on social media, just type in soft life and you will be you'll just see like an avalanche of content around it. And it's pretty much about girls. It's mainly women just embracing.
Mainly black women, actually, as well.
I feel like there's a separate one. There's like black women living their soft life, which I feel like that's our content.
Yeah.
Or like black girl luxury. But for people that don't know, it's basically people embodying this idea of like enjoyment and no more like hustle culture and no more like, you know, doing a little bit extra to live in your comfort. The other side of it is that it's looking like, you know, people are spending more money on luxury things. People are going out and like, you know, brunching more. People are like spa days more. You're just spending a lot of money to enjoy this idea of soft life. But then I realized that the actual definition of soft life is doing whatever it means to you to kind of like ease the life that you've been living. So it's like, it could be self-care, it could be mental health, it could just be like, just like cutting down on all the extra, on all the like working extra and doing all that. Basically the hustle culture.
The hustle culture side of it, From what I've seen, it's more about like your mental health and taking care of yourself, like spiritually and everything, rather than like, because there's soft life and then there's black girl luxury. Yeah, but they're trying to, I feel like they're two different things, but I feel like they're being put together as one. Yeah. Which I don't think that they should be, because I don't know. I feel like, to be fair, like social media always comes up with some type of like trending word, which is great for anything, but really it's just like practicing self-care. That's what soft life is. It's just taking care of but then it's actively like avoiding stress. So, you know, taking breaks, and not working yourself to the bone, and limiting your interactions with negativity. So that could, I feel like that could be, you could interpret that in so many ways. But I think like it is problematic when it starts to be linked with luxury. I feel like that's what, if you're going to look at a TikTok about soft girl life or soft girl era, it's always going to be like, that's how they're going to depict it. It's going to be, let me go to the spa day. Yeah. Let me go and like, like go out, eat dinner, have my drinks, have this, have that. Yeah. Soft girl life. Yeah. Let me give myself as an example. Okay. When I went to Europe, every time I paid for anything, every time I had a budget of how much I was going to spend, and then when I got there, I like exceeded the budget beyond. Yeah. But I was like, soft girl, like, what the hell? I'm just gonna
I'm living my best life.
Yeah.
Let me do my thing, whatever. I'm on holiday. I didn't come out here to struggle, rah, rah, rah. But sometimes it's like, don't soft your life way into there. Like, it's not for everybody. When you're seeing the way, and it's the whole like keeping up with the Jones or the Joneses. You know that phrase where it's like, when there are people that are like really, really rich, you don't have friends that are like really like richer than the average. Yeah. Let's say you guys go out for a fancy dinner and they have the means to afford for that fancy dinner, but you don't.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, you want to like, I don't know, you want to match them or whatever, so you keep spending, or you keep like order what you can afford, because when they go home they're gonna sleep at night, but you're gonna be worried about how you're gonna pay for that, like your I don't know, rent or whatever. And I feel like sometimes that's like this whole Instagram or social media facade where it's like you want to keep up with the lifestyle that all these other people, whether it be influencers, like I don't know, rappers, or people that are famous, or people that are just rich and have that kind of money. You're like little old me sitting at home working your 9 to 5. You can't keep up with that. So it's like, be realistic. And I feel like that's like the flip side of like the negative side to the soft life, like the soft life era type of, you know what I mean, like what they're putting out now. Because I just feel like everybody thinks that to live in your soft life you need to ball out. And I just don't think that's the message that it's actually supposed to be giving.
No, that's why I think it's like, don't get it, like people shouldn't get it twisted. And maybe it's like, it is the wording of it, and like social media just tends to like mess everything up. But I don't think that you need to be rich to like live a soft life. I feel like it's just about choosing comfort and choosing yourself. Like, and I think we're in an age, like with how old we are, we're like in our late 20s, where we've like struggled. We've literally struggled for years. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sick of it. And I just don't think I have the stamina or the need or want to continue living like that. And I think, and by living like that, I think it's just like, for example, when I worked at Target for like, you know, shitty jobs, like where people work at warehouses, people have been hustling for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, you're broke when you're young. And then I think it's just like, once you start to even like have more stability in your life, you deserve to treat yourself. And I don't think that you should be, I don't think that you should feel bad for that, but I think a lot of people do. And I think that also there's this idea that, you have to be not even like financially in some place in your life, but even like career-wise with the whole like hustle stuff. It's like, you can be not where you want to be in your career and still live a soft life. Like, I don't know. I just think some people think like you have to be in some type of position or be earning some type of amount of money or whatever to be in your soft life era, because really it's just choosing yourself.
So what are some ways that you can like live in your soft life that doesn't actually involve breaking the bank? Because let's be real, it's going to involve money, but it doesn't involve breaking the bank.
I don't know, don't you? I've seen like I mean, for me, and I don't know if it's like that's why I think it's just rebranded self-care.
Straight up. Straight up.
It's just little things that you can do in your day-to-day that add comfort. So, for example, I walked into your house and you're burning incense. That's nice. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
I get you.
Or like, you know, hanging some art, going on Pinterest, finding some nice art, buying some plants, going to the market and like buying some homemade soap.
So
stuff like that.
Doing things outside, like doing things that will take a little bit more effort, but it's in a way to make your space more like just something that you love. Comfortable and something that you're happy with. So taking the time out of your day to like actually do the things that you enjoy.
Little thing. And there's like DIY. I was watching this girl on TikTok. She was doing like a DIY foot scrub thing with just random stuff that she bought from like, I don't know, like Amazon and shit. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's one part of it, but maybe I'm not grasping the whole idea
I think
of like the whole soft life era, like, because I know it's also, they talk about like being on a new higher like vibration or something of like yourself and everything, like,
but I
like,
just feel like it's consciously taking, because you said like I'm not, you know, we've struggled, we've been through the broke life.
yeah, we've been through it,
you know, and I feel like we've been through it, we experienced it proper.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, it's little things where, you know, when you're so in that headspace of like saving
Yeah.
every penny, or
Yeah.
like very like money is so valuable because I worked this much and da, 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 but you're not actually enjoying the money.
Yeah.
So it could be even like you were saying, to obviously indulge, but it's like, I don't know, if we, you know how we used to like catch transport to go, let's say if we were going to go out and we were located close to a train station, probably not here when we were overseas, but it's the same concept.
Yeah.
You catch an Uber.
Just catch an Uber.
Literally catch an Uber. You can afford it. Little things that you actually can afford.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've been so conditioned to like not do it for
Yeah.
so long. Oh, it's not worth it. Oh,
Yeah.
like I really want this perfume, but like, oh, it's like $200. Oh, just buy it.
Yeah.
If you love something, you deserve it.
Yeah.
You work for it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that I am understanding, like the whole soft life mentality is probably more of that. And I was never like, my little sister is more like that. She's always, and I used to look at her like, how are you gonna spend like X amount on like a bag, or how are you gonna go, like, what, you're just gonna go to the spa, or you're just gonna randomly get a massage. And I was complaining about my back for so long at that time, and she's like, oh yeah, I just went and got a massage. And I was like, for what? And she's like, oh, I just wanted like a massage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, weird. And then I was just like, how is this girl gonna go and enjoy her life and do this, and I'm here like literally in pain, not even thinking to go like, why do we like not give ourselves these luxuries just because? And then when it becomes so like out of your routine, it's just like very foreign to go and do it. But then it's like, live your life. Imagine if you die tomorrow with all your savings in the bank.
For people like in our generation, I feel like we like I already said, we were taught that you have to reach a goal in life to be able to like enjoy it. And like, I definitely thought that. So I never realized like it's like a conscious thing that you have to think. Like, I would still to this day see myself as some like 20-something-year-old or someone who doesn't need to be spending $100 on like a facial. You know what I mean? I see that as like adult life or something. I don't know.
I know what you mean. Like, or just richer life.
Yeah, richer lifestyle. But it's like, no, like have that. Like, seriously, because the value that it brings to like your own mental health. But also with the whole soft life thing, it's obviously more than just like spending money on things and buying things. I think like living your soft life is also choosing yourself in terms of like taking care of your mental health and like doing things like practicing mindfulness and like maybe trying meditation and gratitude, like all of those like really important self-development. Like, even I think a soft life thing could be like going to therapy. You know what I mean?
100%.
Spending money on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that is investing in yourself outside of just like material products.
It's also being like more vulnerable as well. It's not just like, yes, it is like the physical enjoying everything, but it's also being able to like open up more, being able to be kinder with yourself. Like, those are qualities, I think, as well, like of having like a soft life. And I was even like, I was talking to myself and I was like, I'm like, you know, I turned 26 this year, and I was like, damn, okay, you're actually at that age where I feel like, you know how you said, oh, this is for older people? We're getting to that older people stage, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
And so it feels, oh no, we are at that kind of like that middle ground where it's like we're about to transition into being like full-blown adults. And so everything that I do now, it's like, okay, I'm trying to be like, I guess, really intentional or very like, I don't know, I'm just trying to like acquire more wisdom in my life and understand like why I feel the way I feel, where my values come from. And like, I feel like a part of that process is like just working on like my personal development.
Yeah.
And who you know what I mean, like who I'm trying to be and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like, you know, therapy in whatever way is such an important thing.
Yeah.
And I think just trying to take the time to really like to what I said was I'm just going to invest more in my personal development.
Yeah.
And that could look like, you know, I don't know, being more vulnerable with friends, being more open with family, taking care of like my mental, like actually doing things intentionally to like understand myself more. Prayer, like, do I believe, like, just trying to understand what are my values, what I want to believe in, which direction I want to go in. Because I feel like I've always been so like, I used to be really go with the flow, and then I got to a point where I was like, oh, let me be like really intentional. But then it was like that kind of intentional that you get from social media and like people writing about, you know, just very like I don't know. I feel like I wasn't like I was just kind of like in a way that everyone else was doing it. Like you saw like this is like there's kind of like a blueprint that you follow rather than it being like very much like genuine and me doing it from a place of like wanting to, rather than doing it from a place of feeling like I have to now because it's become a norm. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And then now I feel like I'm at this place where I'm like, okay, I think like it's actually just like something I want to do for myself, and it's a different feeling when you want to do it for yourself.
Of course.
I went on a tangent, but it's like I feel like it's all a part of like living in your like soft life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a part of self-growth. It's not just like a...
Actually, I would label that self-growth more than I label it soft life.
Yes. I mean, I would too. But like, if we're talking soft life,
we're
talking soft life error. That's what we're talking. But what do you think of people who... So I think we've addressed, because one of the main big criticisms of like soft life was that it's like only for people who are rich. Like, so I think we've addressed that. I don't think you have to have money or be bougie to live a soft life. But what do you think of people that think the whole soft life era is it's like an excuse for people not to work hard?
Ooh, yeah, no, I don't. The thing is, I feel like the hustle culture was like, you know, that girl boss kind of era.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Where it was like, boss, be your own boss. Like, you know, if you're not working if you're not working 12 hours, well, how many hours?
Bro, like 14-hour days,
24 hours a day. Then you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, it's all corporate America. Oh my gosh.
Like, all that stuff was just very.
And it wasn't even that. What was that, like 2016? Like,
be your own boss. I don't understand. That was like 2016. I feel like maybe, but it went on for a long time. It went on and it kind of is still like, it's still a thing in some sort of way. Like, I feel like there's just so many aesthetics going around now, because I feel like that girl boss is now like, it's still there where women are trying to like, they're hustling in a different kind of way. But I feel like, I don't know, I also feel like people hustle and people like, that's just people working hard.
Well, I just think it's like it was this whole illusion that if it's just people who like work hard that get good things in life. It's like, no, that's literally not true. Like, just to be,
or like you could pave your own way. But I do think that the soft life, like, I feel like there are people that do kind of like overindulge in not overindulge, get the wrong idea of what it means. Do you get what I mean? So because I feel like this whole, like, even when I see people like, it's like the whole journey, like the aesthetic of all of it is kind of like what people are jumping onto rather than actually like embodying what it is. And I feel like that's where it becomes kind of toxic, and that's where it's like, oh, like, like you're not, because in this life, whether we like it or not, we have to work. That's just the harsh reality of it. And that's what it is. Like, I feel like a lot of us are trying to escape.
I know.
But we can't escape. That's the thing. We cannot escape. We cannot get out. Like, life is always, and you get to a point where it's like, it's so hard. And then you hit that point where you're like, shit is really not going to change. And then now it gets better, because it's like you live in that, like, because I was living in denial, Rahel, when I was like really like on my own, moving out, doing all that kind of stuff. And I was like, this shit is really, this is hard. Not even the moving out part. They're like working. Like constantly working. And I'm like, oh Lord. But I feel like a lot of people, you probably like misunderstanding the whole thing of soft life. It doesn't mean you don't work. It
Yeah.
just means like don't burn yourself out working.
Exactly.
Don't, especially the whole like in corporate life or working or whatever, like trying to, you know, the whole like deadlines. Have you seen that? It's like that whole thing about just like you're breaking your butt, you're breaking your ass just to like meet a deadline.
Yeah.
And like for what? It
Yeah.
doesn't, nothing changes. You still have to meet another deadline. You still have to do another. So it's like in the process of working hard, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, like soft life, I don't need to work.
No.
Deuces. It's not how it works.
Yeah, I think it's like setting realistic boundaries for yourself in the workplace,
Yeah.
while also realizing that you do. Realizing that you do also have to work hard. But I think that there's like a really conscious, like, I think you know in your gut the difference between like, just say between working hard and burning yourself out. Like working hard in a meaningful way in a job that like you enjoy and that isn't taking advantage of your
Of course.
of your time and everything like that. So I think it's just like balancing that, because all this, I think I'm so glad that people are pushing back. Our generation is pushing back on all of this like hustle culture, corporate world of
That
you know
overworked,
all of that sort of stuff. It's like, no, you pay me. You're
Paid
gonna
by
pay
the
me from 9 to
hour.
5.
Oh my
I'm
God.
going to be here from 9 to 5.
Period.
Like-
I'm not. Yeah.
For what? Like the way that organizations will look at you and be like, oh, you're sacrificing your own progress because you're not staying back 4 hours after work. Like, no, I don't know. I don't agree with that. So I think it's like balancing that, but it's still important to, I don't want to use the word hustle because it's just so like, ugh, but like to hustle in your own way as well, while also like prioritizing you. Like, it's as simple as that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like this is a new message. I think the whole black girl luxury stuff is like, I love to see that.
I'm so sorry, but I love to see
I
it.
love to see that.
And when my bank account gets to that point,
Yeah.
like Rahel, I will be the full embodiment of like black girl luxury.
I know.
And it's like, I love it. I love seeing black women enjoy themselves. I love seeing black women like spend on themselves, because
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's something that we grew up doing. I
Yeah.
don't feel like it's just like, I don't know. It's so foreign to us.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see a black woman like living her like just to her fullest,
Yeah.
and just having like whatever it is, having your designer bags, being on holiday, like getting your hair done, always looking fresh, all
Yeah.
that, do your thing.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's just like, why not appreciate? They should be like, you should appreciate like yourself and be appreciated and
Yeah.
do the things that you love, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like if that makes you feel special, live it up.
Yeah, I agree. Because it's like we didn't see it. It's another one of the annoying, like, that was not something that we were able to really experience like growing up. So I don't know. I think all power to it. I don't really appreciate like all the hating that people seem to have for like the black girl luxury thing. I don't know. I think
Who
it's
hates on it?
I think people it's similar to being like, you're just like, it's capitalism, like you're just showing a lifestyle that like 95% of people can't obtain, like it's toxic, all of that sort of stuff. But it's like, what do you mean? Like there's celebrities on TV doing that shit every day.
Yeah.
So
And I feel like, honestly, it is capitalism though. And it is like probably putting out that the same thing that soft, because it's like, we probably sound like we're contradicting ourselves because at the start, it's like obviously the soft life when you take it too far, but this is black girl luxury.
Yeah,
She's
it's
living in luxury. So I feel like at the same time, allow it.
Allow
Sometimes
it.
you have to just live in luxury.
yeah, sometimes if you got the means, do it.
Do it. That's the problem. I saw this auntie when I was overseas, and she was just sitting there. She was Habesha, and she was sitting there with her like just looking regal.
Yeah.
She's sitting there with her like her amish, like the Habesha dress, and she's
Yeah.
just sitting on the train like this, you know.
Yeah.
Just very like, I swear to God, we have the most like prideful people in our communities. She's just sitting there. And then she gets up, huge YSL bag. I was like,
Damn.
oh, okay. Like, live your life,
I
sis.
love
And she's
it.
just there, like, walking off bougie. And she knows she looks good.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I loved it, but also I was shocked because I'm like, I don't really see aunties a lot walking around with
No.
like proper luxury bags and or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like We need to normalize it.
We need to normalize it, because the representation that we have for black women is like, you know, hood, ghetto, blah blah blah,
fabulous,
ghetto
okay,
fab.
cool, but it's just
they don't
like,
have that aesthetic life, you know, all of that sort of stuff. But it's like, yeah, we do. So,
and if anybody eats up the look, and like, if anybody, any demographic kills the luxury look,
yeah, it's black girls.
it's black women.
Straight up, black women.
But we just eat up everything that we
Everything.
do. Everything. I'm so sorry to anybody. It's just a fact.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, moving on. Just to like sum it up, I just feel like soft life is living your life in like the truest form, or like soft life just means to like look after yourself in every way. And it could mean like splurging, it could mean like mental, it could just mean like you literally come home every day after work and you binge on a TV show.
Yeah, prioritize
It's just, like,
comfort.
do something that, yeah, literally, let's say that, prioritize comfort.
Prioritize your comfort.
Moving on to the next topic.
Yeah, so we are going to do a Reddit reaction. The heading is, I want a divorce after 9 months of marriage, but people in my surroundings seem to find this odd and immature. All right, so I don't know if ages are required or relevant here, but I'm 29, husband is 29, his colleague is 36, her husband is 34. My husband and I have been together for 4 years. I love him very much, even now that I want a divorce. I still love him. I found out about 3 months ago about his colleague when I visited his office and she was there. Apparently they have been working together for 5 years and they're very good friends, and yet I have never heard about her until I saw her. Something didn't feel right at all. Now I was paying more attention to his texting habits, and yes, he does text her almost every evening and a few times a day, in weekends or when he's working from home or on vacation. I asked him why I never heard about this good friend of his, and he said he said we rarely talked about work since I never understood his field. I hate playing games, so I told him it was still odd that I've never heard about someone who he's on daily contact with. He gave me his phone and said that they haven't been on daily contact constantly, but it came in waves when she's having troubles at home. I read their conversations and it's a lot of joking around, calling each other cute names, her complaining about her sex life, jokingly, her asking intimate questions about me, her asking if I threw a good birthday party to him. His birthday was on the 14th of June. This text stuck with me because he was texting her at the party and she answered, "You must be bored at your own party or you wouldn't be texting me instead of being with her." I told him that I didn't find this back and forth texting appropriate and I considered it flirting. He was taken aback but said he would stop if it bothered me so much. A month later, it started gradually again and I showed him that I wasn't happy about it. This time he came home with her to let her reassure me that nothing is happening between them. She was very ironic and disrespectful, according to me. That's her sense of humor, according to him. She was smirking and basically telling me that if I had low self-esteem and felt threatened by their friendship, it wasn't her fault. When she left, I told my husband that I never wanted to see her or hear anything from or about her anymore, and that if he would rather have her as a friend than me as a wife, that he should just say so. They stopped texting. We had a 3-week vacation and we spent it in Santorini. She probably texted 2 to 3 times a day. He answered her at the end of the day when I was in the shower or something. When I asked him why, he said she had marriage problems. I asked him if he was a marriage counselor on top of his career and he just laughed it off. When he came back from Santorini, we still had 1 week of vacation left. We went for a dinner and a movie. She probably knew because she was at the same restaurant later. We exchanged hellos and she asked if we wanted to join them. I said yes. She was very pleasant and asked about our vacation. Touching my husband in a friendly way, I then asked how it was with them because I've heard from my husband that they were having marriage problems. All 3 of them froze. Her husband asked what? Who said that? And I answered that it was my husband who told me. My husband tried to explain with some dumb excuse and I said, but you showed me the texts she sent every day about her having problems, but that I was sorry if I got the wrong idea. She looked very angrily at my husband. When I got home, he told me that I was out of line. I had enough by then. I asked him if they had slept together, and he said only once before he even met me. I told him that I wanted a divorce because I'm thinking they're having an affair, at least an emotional one. He denied it and called me silly, wanting a divorce over text with a friend. Now I've been thinking about it for 2 weeks and I'm adamant about my decision. I want a divorce. We're not fighting, but I asked him to move to the living room and I have refused intimacy and any type of physical connection. I spent more time out of the apartment, worked and went on long walks. I spent a lot of time in the library or in the movies alone. When I came home, I've already eaten dinner. I just had a shower. I'll just take a shower and go to bed. I've spoken to my mother about it. She thinks I'm making a big fuss about nothing. And my in-laws have heard about me asking for a divorce from my husband and they also think I'm making a big fuss. I haven't told anyone else yet because I'm not prepared to hear how immature and rushed my decision is. He has tried to talk about compromise, stop being her friend, marriage counseling, and even find another job or move to another city. But my guts are telling me something is very off and that marriage shouldn't be this hard, especially this early. Oh my gosh. So they've been together for only 9 months.
Married for 9 months. But they've been together for 4 years.
Okay.
Bruh, see you later. Okay, let's actually, because that's obviously like my answer, but let's break it down.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts? Do you think... Okay, yeah, actually, what are your thoughts on everything?
It's so... I just would hate to be in this situation as her.
Yeah.
Because I would feel crazy. Because everyone, like... Because the way that he's just brushing it off...
It's the gaslighting,
yeah.
though. It's very much gaslighting behavior.
Because in my mind, though, I feel like... I don't know if I could say 100% like he's having an affair. Like... The way he's acting, he might just be a fucked up person, but the way he's acting is kind of like he thinks it's innocent, but he's just an idiot. You
That's
know?
what I'm saying.
But
it's
I don't know, men are fucked.
No, but that's what I hate. Like, don't act as if what you're doing is this lighthearted thing. Like, what you're doing, you are having an emotional affair, if we want to be honest about it. Like, you are having this back and forth with a colleague I've told you to stop talking to.
Yeah.
First of all, you hid her from me. I didn't know about her for the 4 years that we were together.
Yeah.
And I found out 9 months into our wedding, into our marriage. Yeah. Second of all, you continue to message her. She's saying they're calling each other from the cute names.
Yeah.
The cute names would have literally riled me up.
Oh my God.
Like, why are you calling her shit? Why are you saying anything to... Why are you discussing our marriage with her? Why is she comfortable calling me? Why is she comfortable saying that? 1, or you must be bored at your party that she threw for you. 2, saying that I have low self-esteem. First of all, why would you bring this woman into my house?
Yeah.
Why would you bring this woman into my house? She has a lot of self-control because me, Rahel, like I don't know.
What would you even do in that situation?
I don't know. I think I would know what I would do.
Gosh.
I don't know who I'm coming for because somebody's going to get it. And then on top of her being in my house, she says that I have low self-esteem and that I'm insecure. Okay. Like, you're literally the loser chasing after a guy who's married. You're literally... He doesn't want you either. He's playing his wife, but he's also playing this girl here as well.
Of them. Why? Like, I just find that so immature that she's texting him about issues in her marriage. It's like, it's just weird. And why does her husband feel this obligation, you know, to deal with her marriage problems? They've been friends for a very long time, though. They're actually friends. Apparently they're friends.
They're colleagues. They're colleagues that were friends at their workplace. And she's not your friend. Yeah. If she was your friend, you would have told me about her. She's not your friend. And you literally had sex with her. Yeah. And then you want to... Bro, the way I would literally leave this man in a heartbeat, it's no question. No question.
Yeah, but they've been together for 4 years.
I don't care if we've been like... I understand her, and it's like for him to just like lie, because it's like, well, yeah, we've been together for 4 years, but you've lied to me this entire time. Yeah, you're having this, like, you're having a secret, and I get, like, I can understand if it's like, oh, I don't know how to tell my girlfriend that, like, you know, I'm friends with this person at work, but 4 years down the track, to the point where you guys are having such an intimate relationship, to the point where she knows things about me, that's what pisses me off. You're not about to have conversations with another woman about our shit, and I don't know who she is.
Straight up.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's just little things like that where I just feel like it's very disrespectful. And I just think that he has a lot of nerve to turn around and just like brush it off as if she's like literally crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing that annoys me as well. It's like there's clearly like whatever the situation, like your wife is justified to feel some type of way. Like it's not just a light thing. Like it doesn't even seem like he's making much effort to like to reassure her.
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying. And I just feel like for me, one of the biggest like things in a relationship is respect. You know what I mean? And I think that you have to respect your partner, and they have to respect you as well.
Yeah, and the respect, like, cut it off. And he should have, you know, because I think at the end she said something like, I think he brought up cutting it off again instead of a divorce. I think he said, her husband said that he would end the friendship.
He said all
blah,
these
blah,
things.
blah. But it's like, she gave you a chance to do that.
Multiple
and then
times.
you went behind her back.
He's
you
like,
know?
that's what I'm saying. He's like a child. When you like you're about to take the game off them, and they'll be like, I'll clean up now.
Yeah.
You know, like she's asked you once. Second time you brought her to the house.
Yeah.
Third time you still messaged her while you're on holiday.
Yeah.
Fourth time you guys had a dinner. She told you to stop messaging her again. Now she wants a divorce.
And
She's
why
done.
are you letting this like this work colleague, this friend or whatever, cause this much havoc in your relation, in your marriage?
What's going on?
It's weird. Like when she was saying at the end, like, you know, it's been a couple of weeks. He's sleeping in another room. Like, we're not even communicating. We're not intimate. Blah blah blah. It's like at that point he needs to step up and do something.
Because
Like,
he's probably
why-
texting his little
he would be. He literally
fiance, messaging her, getting all that reassurance.
Have you heard that whole thing? Work husband and wife.
It's sick.
How
That's
people
why,
do that.
Yes, I always have boundaries, Rahel, with people at my work. I'm not even friends with people at my work because there needs to be boundaries. Like you just can't. I mean, obviously, I feel like that's extreme. Like you can have friends at work, but like just boundaries. Why are you having like? To me, it's just I don't know. It's just a bit lame.
Yeah. No,
But
I think
I've heard that
that's weird
stuff.
as hell.
I've heard that like you know, and I get it. Maybe people are just unhappy in your thing. It's just not okay though.
Yeah.
And with this situation, what also pisses me off is her mum.
Yeah.
Like, what an unsupportive mother. What kind of how I don't know. I think about it, and I just think about like my dynamic every time I hear stories. I like try to bring it to me. Because it's like you need to understand like how would this work in your
perspective,
in your life?
yeah,
like, and how would you react? And I'm like, my mom whoa she'll be like, cut it off, this man. And it's like, babe, you're very early into this. You're 9 months into the marriage. Okay, 4 years when you deep it, it's long, but it's like
it's not that long.
It's not that long.
Yeah.
It's not in
Dating.
the grand scheme of things. People date for like 10 years
Yeah.
and then realize, oh, this is not it.
And
Like,
marriage is different to dating.
yeah.
Yeah.
Marriage is very, but even that, like you've dated for 4 years, people break up after that. It's like, it's shit, but it's just like you move on, you know? And I just feel like that's what it is now. Start your own life.
Okay. Me, personally,
Yeah.
I think it's a bit complicated. Just because I wish I knew more about their dynamic, because he's giving me very pathetic. Like, I just think he's like loving the attention like that he's getting from this woman, which is like I would just find that unattractive.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I don't think that he's out here like having an affair or anything like that. I just think he's like some like
But do
pathetic
you have to
kid.
have an affair
But to lose
sexually, like intimately?
No.
When you have it, you know?
But I don't even think it's like, from how I read it, I don't even think it's like some full on emotional. I don't know. It just seems like very like they're both sad people that are like insecure. Like I don't know.
It's kind of giving emotional like cheating. If you're talking about your wife and your situation and your marriage, and she knows the details of that, and you guys are calling each other cute names, and you're you know texting like frequently, and then also you're seeing each other at work.
But if you love someone enough to marry them, she's married to this man.
Doesn't
Like,
matter.
it's not that easy. It wouldn't be that easy to make a decision. Because me, I would say, yeah, cut it off, obviously, because it's just giving gross. But also, I don't know if it would be like, I feel like I'd just be in like emotional turmoil.
I get it, and I feel like you have to be the better person for yourself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like men also have this thing where they can be talking to like 3 girls at once, and they can say like, oh well, yeah, like she's just someone I'm gonna sleep with. She's someone that I could actually see myself like marrying, and like she's the homie, but like, you know, she comes around every now and then. We kick it. Like they can like break things up like that. I feel like women can too, but I feel like men do it in a way that's very like they can have these 2 scenarios and treat them both equally, but at the end of the day, they know they're going to go to this girl.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what this situation is. But you're treating this, she's like your side piece. You're just not sleeping with her.
Yeah.
And you might be sleeping with her.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, you don't have enough respect for this relationship. You're also gaslighting me. You're also not listening to what I'm telling you to do. You don't, like, what does that look like down the track for marriage? What kind of person are you? What kind of father are you going to be?
Yeah.
I just think it's just like,
yeah, it's
cut
not
it while it's early.
Yeah, it's not a good start.
It's not. And it's just, I don't know, it's so like, when he was saying, oh, I'll move work at place, I'll do this, I'll do that. It didn't have to be that drastic.
I know.
But clearly you feel like it has to be like that. Like I don't think this guy is serious. And I don't think you should get married to someone that's not serious. Like, I don't know. I feel like the beginning kind of defines a lot.
Yeah. But what if, like, I don't know. What if you're just in a situation where, like, because some people are weak as well to be able to cut someone off.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So, like, and that's kind of what it seemed like. Like,
she doesn't
just
sound
kept
weak,
this,
though.
No, like, not her, the husband, to cut off the work colleague.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like he's just not enough of a like strong person to just be like, leave me alone. Like,
but I feel like he doesn't want to. I don't think it's like because if he didn't want to, he wouldn't be like messaging her like that. It wouldn't be so frequent.
Yeah, and like flirty and stuff.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It would be like, maybe he'd feel bad and then reply, because he doesn't want to be like that confrontational person to kind of like, you know, just cut it off.
Yeah, he obviously.
But I feel like he wants it. Like, he enjoys the conversations with her, and that's why it's just like, it's just so unattractive.
It's so unattractive.
Like, honestly, it's just, I don't know. And my sister, we were talking recently, and she said something to me, and she was like, a man will break up with you 50 different ways before he actually breaks up with you. And
shook.
But seriously, like, he'll say things to you, he'll show you in his actions, he'll do things, he'll be a bit more distant, he'll do all these things, and maybe he doesn't want to break up with her in this scenario, but he is telling you that he doesn't value you the way that you want him to, or the way that he should value you in the relation, the way you deserve to be valued.
Damn.
And I feel like, yeah, so if there will be a man out there that will like love you unconditionally, that will make you feel, if this, you don't like me talking to her, bet she's gone. You don't want me to do, like, okay, cool. Because what's more important to him is the fact that we're like, you guys are in a strong relationship.
Yeah, straight up.
And that, you know, we like, he cares more about how you feel and like how you are in this relationship, things like that. So if this man is not doing the bare minimum for you, why should you like just power through because you feel like you're being dramatic, so that you can continue this marriage because you worked so hard and it took you so long just to get here? Cut it off. You'll find another guy that will love you better, that will love you way better. God damn.
Oh my gosh.
Soft life. Oh my god, I really believe that. I really feel like you need to like you don't need to lower your standards.
No, yeah. I definitely think we tend to give men a pass for reasons like, you know, ignorance or whatever, but like, really, you just gotta read the signs and you gotta move on, sis. You do. You do.
And it all, I don't know. We're stepping into secure
That's what's
dating.
so interesting, because remember I sent you that thing on Instagram the other day, and it was saying how there's like so many more single men or something. It's like there was a study. I don't know like specifically what it said, but it was just talking about like the reason why there's lonely men. Yeah. Sorry,
single men. So wait, they're still together, men. But they're not.
I don't know. I think it's both. But yeah, anyway, it was just saying there's a huge percentage more of like lonely men because women, their standards have risen and they no longer accept the bare minimum. That's my summary of the article.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's a good thing.
I think it's 100% a good thing. I think we need to stop playing ourselves.
Yeah.
We like, I don't know. I feel when I have a conversation on another episode about like attachment styles, but I feel like I've heard like people who are a lot more secure when it comes to dating, or like they have that secure attachment style, they are able to kind of sift through the bullshit. If they can see somebody who, like an example they used in the book was like, if you are, there's a woman who has dated or slept with 11 men in her life. Yeah. And every time she's with a man, I didn't even think it was her being cocky or anything, but she was like, they tend to really like see her qualities and really like fall for her and like her. And so they can like, they have a good time like building a relationship or whatever. But she goes, men usually call me back like the next day in the morning, or if like the latest time they'll call back will be that evening.
Yeah.
And whenever it's like, a man that calls her like 2 days later or 3 days later after it, she instantly is not attracted to it.
Damn.
Because for her it's like this thing of, you're not serious, you're not trying to pursue me, or you don't see it as, you know, like it's very much for you, it was just a fun thing, which I guess casual dating is that, yeah, for a lot of people. But the point of that thing that like I took from it was like, there are people who know what they want in relationships, and if someone doesn't present that to them at the start, then it's see you later.
Yeah. And
I think that's a really good way to go about dating, because it's like, you're not wasting your time, you're not making excuses for something you don't like from someone you barely even know. How much excuses do you hear like women make, or men, maybe I don't really hear many men's stories, but women make, or like, oh, he's probably just like, you know, like busy, or like I guess it's like too much to do this, or like, you know, oh, he just cancelled last minute. But why, especially at our big age? Like, don't deal with it. Be more selective.
But I don't know, like I also feel like social media makes it very much, you know, that thing where it's like, if he likes you, you'll know it. Yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like people are complicated too, though. You can't like make it's, even with that text thing, it's like maybe someone's not messaging you because they're insecure and they're intimidated by you, or they know that you're supposed to wait 2 days, and you know, you just don't know what people are thinking, and then you like, just cut someone off.
Maybe it just comes down to like, with her scenario, maybe it comes down to like what she wants or how she wants to be with somebody.
You're like limiting yourself, I think, personally.
I don't know. I think sometimes it's like you're always gonna miss a few good fish. I feel like that's what it is. But then if it doesn't, if you have like a general rule that you go by, then sometimes it's like, okay, I think there's more damage done when you're always bending your own rules.
I don't know. I don't agree. But maybe that's an episode.
That's a thing I want to get into, but for another time. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.